What up, y'all? It's your boys, Too Deep. We back with it.
Salute.
Y'all already know,
Toast.
man. Night for your boy Drew. So we still continuing this Magic album. We on the last album, in case you know what I'm saying.
Last album of the marathon.
Yeah, the last album of the marathon. Not Nas's last album, but our last album reacting to. But don't worry, for those that really enjoy our reactions, we still got more stuff to do. You know what I'm saying? Like unreleased tracks and whatnot. But here we are, man. We still got more songs, but we got 4 tracks left on this album, and we left y'all off with Hollywood Gangster. That was the last track we left y'all off with last week. Now we move on to the next track, which is called Woo for the Children. And the way Woo there is spelled like the same Woo in Wu Tang, WU. So I remember in our reaction video to Hollywood Gangster, we gave a little prediction for this, and we said how this could be about Nas rapping about just basically like on his knowledge shit, talking what I'm saying, just Wu Tang for the children, what I'm saying, something like that. We said something like that. It was something like that.
Homage for the Wu too.
Yeah.
What else you gonna like? What else you gonna think, man, when you see Wu? You know what I'm saying? Legendary.
Yeah, because if he would have put Tang for the children, we would have been thinking the orange juice. You know what I'm saying? So
Tang for the children.
yeah, like if he would have not just put, if he would have never put Wu and just put Tang,
I would have thought he's just giving out Tang like for the children.
that's all I'm saying. The juice, orange juice. Alright, let's get it, y'all. There's only one way to find out.
I don't work this hard to be around people I don't like. Yeah.
Mm.
Gotta be a special type nigga to deal with my life. Gotta be a special type nigga to feel what I write. Special like my classics. Special like my listeners who have attached
Special like
to
my
my own
classics.
style. Movement.
Special like
Get
my
that.
classics.
Special like my classics.
He's doing a lot of comparisons here. I fuck with
Special
that.
like my classics. That's Wu Tang for real.
Gotta be a special type nigga to deal with my life. Gotta be a special type nigga to feel what I write. Special like my classics. Special like my listeners who have attachments to my old style. Won't let me pass. I don't see the point with weak sayings like all them niggas on top be blocking. I never help man stop it. It's hard watching brothers who smart but think they not. I need them to realize what they got is a fresh start. That brother that you claim so powerful, the one you said he has a whole lot of pull, probably already tried to pull his brothers up and got betrayed, got snaked, got played. Meanwhile he balances challenges, hard to keep himself paid. It's so hard for him, even though his talent is God-given part in him. Stop putting your faults on him. What he did to you now, the man in him is bringing the kid in you out. You kidding me? Still playing the victim. You weirding me
Man,
out.
him is bringing the
Yeah,
kid
that was
out.
hot. That was hot. The man is him is still bringing the kid in you out. That was hot. That's a lot to
The
think
man in
about.
him is bringing the kid in you out. You kidding me? Still playing the victim. You weirding me out. That's what my perspective is. Maybe because I'm a specialist. Sending mixed liquor beverages. 6-figure checks are big, but 8-figure checks and you rich. The Nas enthusiasts thinking they know what's best for me. More than I know what's best for me. No rest for me. Gotta be a special type nigga to deal with my life. Gotta be a special type nigga to feel what I write. Special like my classics. Special like my listeners who have attachments to my old style. Won't let me pass it. Special. Yeah, it's a privilege. VSOP shit. Special. Very special. Hit, turn up the sample, we make it magic. This thing is bigger than I could ever imagine. Ducking the flashes from the cameras, leave out the back. Jump in the spacecraft. We can't tell where we at. Chauffeur driving like a high-speed chase. Truck full of smack. Tallest building in Manhattan. Sipping on Manhattans. Listen to the Manhattans. Queens of Brooklyn, oh what a feeling. I should've had Grammys when No Dirty said Woo for the children. Should've did that remix verse on Gimme That Loot for Biggie. Me, Jay, and Frank White.
Where he said I should have did that verse on what remix?
Feeling I should have had Grammys when No Dirty said woo for the children. Should have did that remix
Yeah,
verse. So
should have
give
had
me
a
that loop
Grammy
for.
from when ODB said "Woo for the Children."
Should have had Grammys when No Dirty said woo for the children. Should have did that remix verse. So give me that loop for Biggie. Me, Jay, and Frank White.
Said should have had a remix verse on that. Give me the loot for Biggie.
Now should have had Grammys when No Dirty said woo for the children. Should have did that remix verse. So give me that loop for Biggie. Me, Jay, and Frank White. It's like Cole, Drizzy, and Kenny. One girl for the rest of your life.
Oh,
Who's Kenny?
Kendrick Lamar. He
Oh,
he
okay.
said me Frank White, me Jay Frank White. And who's Frank White?
Frank White is Biggie. Well, he said what he said.
He said me Jay and Frank White was like the
Yeah, Frank White is Biggie. Cause Biggie called himself Frank White.
he did.
Yeah, he referenced himself as Frank White. Remember in that song, was it Juicy?
I mean, yeah, I remember hearing him say it. I remember.
Everybody refers to Biggie as Frank White.
I remember hearing Biggie say that name in his songs, but I didn't know he was referring to himself. Cause I know his real name is Christopher Wallace.
But Frank White is, I think he's some. Yeah, Frank White is an actual person. I don't know what he does or whatever. So can't fault me on that. I don't know, but I know he was referring. Biggie was saying he was the Frank White or whatever. I don't know.
Of hip hop?
Rap, yeah, some shit. He would reference himself to somebody, to a Frank White. I don't know who Frank White is. So my apologies for that. But I know, you know what I'm saying. Now Biggie wasn't saying Frank White like just naming himself Frank White out of nowhere. It's like, you know, he was referring to some. I think it's I don't know if he was a musician or something like that. But
He's probably like something like the Beatles or something.
probably like a Ray Charles or I don't know. I'm just guessing now.
Me, Jay, and Frank White is like Cole, Drizzy, and Kenny. One girl for the rest of your life. Is that realistic? Some man told me they like when you call them all type of bitches.
And you know what's crazy that Nas said that? He mentioned the big three of, you know, of this recent generation before that whole thing started. Before, you know, Kendrick that liked that verse when he was like, you know, the big three. No, first it was J. Cole that said it first. He was like, we the big three. You know what I'm saying? Like I got, you know what I'm saying? Y'all already know.
The whole shit, right?
Yeah, no, I mean, Kendrick was the one that sparked it, cause you know what I'm saying. I mean, that's a long story. That's a whole nother story. But, the thing is that this came out in 2021. 2021, yeah. This came out 2021. And J. Cole mentioning this whole big, referring to himself, Drake and Kendrick as the big three, that he said that in 2023. So what's crazy is that Nas called out, not called them out like, you know, challenging them, but like, you know, called them the big three before they even, you know, that whole thing was considered. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. It's like Nas saw the future.
Is that realistic? Some man told me they like when you call them all type of bitches. Ran through a few of them, some gangster, some Christian, some with a heart full of hate for me, even with a new nigga. They label me a sinner because I left what they sold. There's really no other feeling having that type of control. Gotta be a special type woman to deal with my life. Gotta be a special type woman to feel what I write. Special like my classics, special like my listeners who have attachments to my old style, won't let me pass it. Gotta be a special type nigga to deal with my life. Gotta be a special type nigga to feel what I write. Special like my classics, special like my listeners who have attachments to my old style, won't let me pass it. Special. Yeah, it's a privilege. VSOP shit.
You know what's crazy? He says fans that have attachments to my old style, but Nas is still rapping. Like, you know what I'm saying? He, even at this point in his career, he's still rapping with that, like, with that hunger. You know what I mean? Like he was rapping back in the '90s. You know what I mean? So it's almost like he's still rapping with that old style. You know what I mean? I always said like, well, not always, but you know, I just recently just thought of like how like people always be bashing other like certain rappers that they don't rap like they used to back in the days. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like Nas is one rapper who still raps like he does from back in the days. You know what I mean? Like he still has that ambition, that he still has that hunger.
It's still relevant to this day.
Yeah. I mean, Nas could switch it up. You know what I'm saying? I know he could switch it up. He has those moments. There's certain songs where he's rapping fast, not fast like freaking Twista fast, but he's rapping type fast, whatever. But most of the time, his signature flow is that hardcore flow to them boom baps.
Gotta be a special type nigga to feel what I write. Special like my classics, special like my listeners who have attachments to my old style, won't let me pass it. Special. Yeah, it's a privilege. VSOP shit. Special. Very special. Recipes ODB. Tahir.
Facts.
Virgil. Queen Jacqueline Avon. Special people.
Yo, what's crazy about ODB, right? Wave Gods. That's the next track. What's crazy about ODB, right? I never, what I'm saying, Knife is the only person I told about this, but I actually met ODB's son. That was like years ago, like 2016, 2017, around there. I met his son in my job. I was working at a sneaker shop, and I seen, like two dudes walk in. One dude I knew, and he was with ODB's son, but I didn't know that was ODB's son, you know what I'm saying? So I say what's up to the dude that I know, that I was familiar with, and he introduced me. He was like, yo, right, this my boy right here. This is ODB's son. You know who ODB is? I was like, yeah, old dirty bastard. He was like, yeah, this is his son right here. I was like, oh shit, what up? Da da da, you know what I'm saying? And I remember showing him my SoundCloud. I was at work, so I didn't get to play him my music, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But I showed him my SoundCloud. I showed him, like, I sent him my link or whatever like that. And I remember him telling me, he would work with me. That he would work with me. But bro, this dude was talking about $800 for a feature. $800 for a feature from him. I'm like, damn, $800. $800. Like, y'all tell me, was he wilding for that? Like, I mean, I understand. Like, all right, that's ODB's son. ODB, he was a, but ODB's son, you know what I'm saying? Like, no disrespect to him, but you know what I mean? He ain't that big to be charging. I mean, if that's a fair price, y'all let me know, you know what I'm saying? But I don't think that was a fair price, to be honest. I would say maybe like 300, maybe that would have been good. 300, 400. But anyways, my fault. I got off topic. But anyways, yo, let's talk about it. Woo for the Children. What you think?
Me personally, I'm gonna give it a 9, or for the simple fact that I gotta listen to it again. But I feel like for me, there's a whole lot of perspective going on here. You know what I'm saying? Woo for the Children. You know what I'm saying? But it really was like the only reference to me was the ODB part. So like, I don't know, like, I'll have to listen to it again. But, you know what I'm saying? I still fuck with it though. I'll give it a 9.
Yeah, I fuck with it. I agree with Knife. I give it a 9. It was a good song. Like Knife said, I'm pretty sure there was like a meaning behind it, some kind of perspective, and it's one of those songs we're gonna have to listen to again. It's gonna have to take another listen to, but I definitely fuck with that song. So far, this album is definitely fire, and I've seen in the comments some of y'all saying how this album right here is like the best Magic. You know what I mean? And so far, I'm kind of agreeing with y'all. You know what I'm saying? There's 3 more tracks left, so let's see, man.
Yeah, but this album is that shit crazy though. Remember the other few joints? This shit crazy.
So we got this. This is the next track that we got on Wave Gods. Wave Gods. You know what I'm saying? Y'all get it, the wave. Y'all feel the wave, you know what I'm saying? Y'all rock with the wave. Wave Gods. So I'm guessing the god of the waves. I don't know, man. I don't know. But y'all stick with us, man. We're going to get to that track. Knifer, your boy Drew. Too deep. Let's go.